Good evening. I know you and I, as a group, have not really had a formal address in a while, and that is partially my fault. I've been in more of a watching and researching and viewing kind of mode lately, but I wanted to hop on here and have a what I consider a pretty important conversation, because I'm hearing some pretty distressing things coming from both my priests, priestesses, and some of the followers. So let's get into it. First of all, I'm hearing that there are some acolytes that are visiting some of the, let's call them decommissioned temples of Constitution. Now, I know that there have been previous leaders, previous gods of Constitution in the past, but I am that leader now, and it is very, very upsetting to hear that these decommissioned temples are being visited by followers. In even more concerning to hear that magic is being performed. I don't care what you do on your own time, but you will not desecrate holy ground for your own means and needs. Do you understand me? That does not happen. That will not happen again. There will be consequences if that happens again. All right? Great. Next, we, as a temple, have been making changes. Positive changes, I'd like to think. But I am still hearing a lot about followers who think that the old ways are better. And I understand. I understand that we have clerics, barbarians, fighters. We have a whole host of different people who follow Constitution and understand, or at least I thought, understood what it meant to be a follower. However, we do not go to villages and poison people. We do not exert our power over others in ways to prove to me, least of all me, how strong you are. This isn't the temple or the church of strength. Not to say that there's anything wrong with that, but strength is not what I'm after. Constitution, taking care of yourself, taking care of others. There is a different kind of strength involved here. And exerting your power over other people is weakness. Full stop. Understood? Good. Thirdly, we are going to need to have a talk about some of the spells that my spellcasters have been casting. Look, I know it's fun. We all love polymorph and wild shape and, you know, using spells in new, creative ways. It's one of my favorite things. But if you are, through complete choice on your own, no provocation, no threat to your lives or the lives of the people that you care about, going up to innocent people and harming them with your hands or your magic, your spells, and when I ask you why, you say, well, I wanted to see if I could do it. That's not good enough. Okay. You know what? I'm going to take it down a little bit here, because we all know I work very hard not to get angry in situations like this. Anger has its uses, its times, you know, its power. We know Constitution and anger go hand in hand. But it should not be the first line of defense. It should be the first thing we do when we get into a tough situation. So I do want to apologize for raising my voice. And honestly, not all of you are breaking these simple rules, which they are. They're simple rules. But not all of you are doing those things. And I really want to commend you for taking the strides and the changes in the way that this temple has been moving forward. I know that a lot of you joined this and followed the previous god of Constitution. You know, may he rest in wherever he is at the moment. But I am in charge now. And I want you to understand that these changes will keep happening. We will keep growing and bettering ourselves and bettering others, because that is the crux of the work we do here. It's not about being the strongest, the most powerful, the scariest. It's not about exerting you on other people. It's about proving to yourself who you are, not proving to other people their opinions don't matter as much as your opinion of yourself matters. So I need you to look inward. That being said, I did want to offer a boon to all my followers as a thank you for sticking with us and working through these changes and becoming and bettering yourself. So once every 24 hours, at the start of each day, you now have the ability, without having to use any of your energy for your spells, or even if you're not a spellcaster, this is just a free action for you. I would like to offer Baer's Endurance to every single one of my followers, because it's always come in handy with me in the past, and we're just want to make sure that we can keep ourselves strong and powerful for ourselves, not for others. Okay? So I want to thank you for listening. We're going to close this out because, just like you, I need to keep my strength up and keep my constitution there. So I'm going to finish making myself dinner. But just understand, if I hear about you breaking any more of my rules, exerting your power on other people, just generally following the teachings of the old church to the extremes that they used to be, there will be grave consequences. Please remember, just because I do not exert my power on others people's doesn't mean I don't have it. All right? Have a good night.